Hello there. Today we're going to talk about YouTube and analytics in particular. So, as you might know, because of the first video I made, which was I want to create, I've tried to do YouTube quite a lot of times. I've tried to do gaming channels, I've tried to do a programming channel, I've tried to do a music channel. I think that's pretty much sums it up. I've tried a couple of gaming channels and stuff like that are focused on different things, and I also tried all of this at different ages of my life. Right now, I'm 26, and I've basically been trying to do YouTube since age 13, probably. So, what I found out throughout that time with with failure, because I've never actually made a lot of views on YouTube and made a popular channel there and stuff like that, and I still very much consider myself a beginner in this whole thing, because even though I've tried multiple times, it's not like I've been actively trying all the time, and it's not like I've succeeded, so I don't really have that much experience with it. But today I wanted to talk about this aspect of it that I am guessing that a lot of people can relate to, is that the analytics kind of suck you in and they kind of don't let you go anymore. And by that, what I mean is that at some point, you just start, like, you have your phone in your hand, which I don't know where my phone is. Oh, I'm recording with my phone. That's something. But yeah, you have your phone in your hand and you go to the YouTube Studio app, and you just refresh. You check the views, you check the. And more than views, you like. Views is one thing. Like when you see that a video got a lot of views, that's great. Define a lot, but that is great. But then, more than that, I usually check impressions and I check click-through rate. More than that, because I feel like everybody has been telling me that the most important thing is click-through rate and retention, because that's like the 1-2 of the video, right? Like first you need to somehow entice the viewer to actually click on the video and actually choose you as their form of entertainment or whatever. And then the second thing is you need to make a video where the listener or the viewer actually sticks around and finds it interesting. And those are two things that really matter. And if what the people say is true, if you do those things in a way that both work out, well, then you get a successful video, and therefore you get a successful channel if you continue doing that over and over again. Now, there probably is some lag factor involved. I am not sure. What I know is that at least I get very analytics conscious really soon after I create a channel or something like that. So for example, for this one, so if you look at this channel, the first 3 videos are about beta Minecraft, because I had my beta Minecraft phase and I was like, okay, I want to try this whole YouTube channel thing again. And let's do that. Let's try to record the beta Minecraft. But then I actually kind of got bored of it, because I realized that, it's not that fun really. And also keeping up with video ideas and stuff like that in beta Minecraft was kind of hard. So I just gave up on that, but then I restarted on the same channel with just this kind of like a talking thing that you're seeing right now. And since then, I've been checking analytics. Like at first, I was like kind of not checking it too much, because I kept telling myself I'm doing this because I kind of really want to do this and nothing else. I don't see anything else in this than something that I like doing and I love doing, and I want to try it out and experiment. And I was just looking at this as a creative output, or a place where I can be creative and I can create. And that was fun in the beginning. And of course, like if I was getting views and if I was getting likes or comments, I would be really happy about it. But I remember the first video I did, I wasn't really looking at it. Now, skip forward some time, and like 3 videos in, I find myself constantly checking YouTube analytics. And it's just making this whole thing not fun anymore, and that is kind of the reason I wanted to talk about it. So I feel like for me at least, this is like a situation where if I want to actually stick with doing whatever I'm doing right now and have fun doing it, it needs to come to me organically. By that, what I mean is that I should not, at least at the beginning, I shouldn't feel pressure to actually sit down and plan and record and do this and do that and keep up and so on and so forth at the beginning, because I've tried this many times and I've given up many times, and I'm trying something new in that I really don't want to go into that downward spiral of like, okay, we need to do this, like we must make a video right now and that video must be this and it needs to be good and stuff. Like, no, right now what I'm trying to do is just record what I want when I want it, and if it works out, it works out. But the whole analytics thing is kind of pushing me into the other direction again, and I hate that because it is ruining my fun doing this, and it is ruining probably my mental health doing this, because I care too much about it. I care about the numbers. If I look at for example, today I was looking at yesterday night before I went to sleep, I was looking at the impressions on my last video, which was let's talk about doing things just because you can. I think that's the name. And I was looking at the impressions, it was like 380 impressions, which granted, I know it's low. Like for a new YouTube channel who, and for me, that's a happy thing, 380 people saw the thumbnail of your video on YouTube somewhere. And I was like, okay, let's see. So click-through rate is really low. It's like 1 point something percent or something like that, if I remember correctly. And I looked at the chart, and the click-through rate was kind of going up, and the retention was like average view time 3 minutes or something like that, which is low, but like the whole video is 15 minutes long, so it's like it might be bad. I actually don't know the statistics, but like it's not zero. So I was like, okay, people are kind of watching it. And then I was like, okay, let's see if the chart is going up, because I also changed the thumbnail for it and stuff like that. I was like, okay, let's see about it, and I screenshot the phone because like I wanted to remember what the impressions was added to for me to then compare it to the morning stat. And man, I think I woke up twice at night or 3 times at night. Not particularly because of that, but like every time I woke up, I was like, what's the impression set? I was like, I needed to like stop myself from checking. Sometimes I checked. I don't actually remember what I did at night, but like I remember like thinking about it, like actively my mind was going there. And in the morning I did check, and it was 400 something, 480. It gained like 100 impressions or stuff or something like that, which made me really happy, don't get me wrong. But this obsession with numbers and this obsession with how good your video does is kind of killing it for me. It's like sucking all the fun out of it, and I really don't like that. I'm actively looking for ways to not do that, but at the same time my mind is always racing on like, how can I improve, and how can I make this better, and how can I make it about subjects that people want to see. And that's where I'm going to the biggest trap, because I want this channel to be about subjects I want to talk about, not particularly what other people want to listen to. Now, if you would like to listen to what I have to say, then that's a view. Well, hopefully. But I'm not making something to be watched by masses, and I'm not going for that. I just want to have a little piece of internet for myself, and that's it. And if I start thinking about, hey, what can I record that might be more interesting to more people, that kind of defeats the purpose. And also then like thinking about, okay, what should we name this and what should the thumbnail be. Like naming, it's the title of the video is not as hard, but I feel like the thumbnail part is really hard for me. I just don't know why. It's just like I just can't come up with something. Like even for this video, I will come up with something, I will have something there, but at the same time, like all the thumbnails I'm thinking about for videos that are talking about YouTube analytics and stuff like that are so cringy and so clickbaity, and I hate that. And I want to be this more organic, but I also want this to be clickable, so it's a mess. And then you think about that, and then you look at the impressions, you look at the click-through rate, you look at the retention rate, and you're like, okay, what needs to change, and why is this not working? Do I need to have the intro to go faster? Do I need to structure my videos? Do I need to write a script? Do I need to do more editing? How do I keep the retention? How do I make more impressions? How does YouTube work? Like what I've noticed is that like impressions go up on the day 3-4 of the video for some reason. Sometimes they don't, and you just go through this and suddenly this is not fun anymore, and you're just having a rough time, you're just doubting yourself, and you just don't want to do this anymore. And I am making this video because I don't want that to happen again. I just don't. And I feel like if I sit down and get my thoughts out and tell the viewers, and also by the extension of the viewers, tell myself that, hey, I don't want to make this about impressions, and I don't want to make this about click-through rate, and I don't want to make it about how many views I get, and I don't want to make it about how many people watch the whole video through, and actually make it about what I intended it to be, which is me sitting down, having fun, doing something I love, without the pressure of YouTube as the platform and analytics more. I feel like maybe it will stop me going into that direction. Now, I don't know if that will happen, but I mean, let's try it out. One thing I must say is that I feel like if you're watching the video right now, and if you are a creator, or maybe even if not an active creator right now, if you try to create, I feel like you can relate to what I'm saying, and you can relate to this YouTube analytics curse or something like that. And if you do, comment down below. See, yeah, I don't know. This whole thing about asking for comments and subscriptions and likes. Of course, I want you to like the video. Of course, I want you to subscribe. Of course, I want you to comment. Kinda seems cringy to me. Maybe it's because I'm not comfortable actually doing it, and I'm hiding me being awkward about it as it being cringy, and it's actually not. But yeah, I feel like that is another aspect of the YouTube analytics curse of like subscribers, likes, and shares, viewers, stuff like that, and comments. But yeah, I just really wanted to quickly talk about it and just get my thoughts out about it, because I feel like I'm not alone in this. If you actually have something that can help and can minimize me going there, it's not about really minimizing me going there and like reducing the amounts I click on the YouTube Studio app. It's more like getting my mind off of it. Because like if I just stop opening the app, doesn't mean that I'm not actively thinking about it. So if you have any tips of actually how to handle that and how people usually handle that, actually please put them down in the comments below. But yeah, that is my current situation with the YouTube course going on, YouTube analytics course. And yeah, I feel like I'm not alone here. Also, I'm trying out the new, the new location for the videos where I take it. I usually sit right there in the last couple of videos next to the guitars, and I have my camera in front of the screens. And one of the feedbacks I got on my last video with the new tripod setup and stuff like that, that maybe the camera is a bit too close to me as a subject. So I was like, okay, I mean, I'm usually recording everything on my laptop anyway, so I just moved everything, and now I'm here. I'm sitting here. I have more space. You can see me better, I'm guessing. And yeah, the only thing I'm worrying about right now is like the microphone noise because I'm holding it. But I guess that also adds a bit of style to the video. Anyway, that's the whole update. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you later. Bye.